Hello, Hoover Kids on Course students and parents. This week I am starting our read aloud. So on Mondays and Fridays, I will send out a video of me reading a chapter from a book. To start off, we are going to start with one of my personal favorites from elementary school, and that is the Bailey School Kids series. So I am going to read the back so you guys kind of know what it's about, and then we're going to say our KOC motto and go ahead and get started. And that is my misbehaved dog, Juniper. She does not want to stay on the couch right now. So I'm sure you'll see her frequent throughout this video and more to come. So here is a little summary of what this book is going to be about. June, back up. There are some pretty weird grown-ups living in Bailey City, but could the boat instructor at Camp Lone Wolf really be a pirate searching for buried treasure? The Bailey School Kids are going to find out. So, to get us started and ready to listen and have our brains going so we can think about the questions that I will ask you at the end, we are going to start off with our KOC motto that we say at the beginning of every learning lab. So the students should know what this is and they can show you how to do it. I will start by saying a sentence and then they will repeat it back. So you can either repeat this back silently in your head, you can whisper it out loud, or if your parents will let you, you can shout like we normally do to get excited to read this chapter. Okay, here we go. I am smart. I believe in myself. I am a great kid. I have courage. I deserve to learn. And the favorite part of everybody's, today is going to be awesome! So even though we're stuck inside right now, remember, every day can be awesome. You just have to make it that way. Okay, so let's get started with Pirates Don't Wear Pink Sunglasses. The first chapter is titled Mistletoe. I can't believe we have to go back there, Melody complained as the school bus went over a bump. Liza leaned her head out the bus window and moaned. We'll never make it out of there alive. Mr. Jenkins will get us for sure this time. The Bailey Elementary kids nodded as they remembered last summer at Camp Lone Wolf. They were sure Mr. Jenkins, their camp counselor, was a werewolf. He'll have to deal with me first, Eddie said from the seat behind the two girls. He held up a large clump of mistletoe. All right, Howie slapped his friend Eddie on the back. That should keep old werewolf face in check. The kids had read in a book that people during the Middle Ages used mistletoe to scare away werewolves. Eddie stuffed the mistletoe into his blue Bailey City gym bag. I still don't believe Mr. Jenkins is really a werewolf, but just in case, you're ready, Melody finished for him. The four kids were silent as the bus passed the sign that said, Welcome to Camp Lone Wolf. Tall weeds clung to the weathered sign. So we have a picture here. Hopefully you guys can see it well. That looks like a couple of our characters. So you need to make sure you keep a note of who's in the story. And if you need to go back and re-listen, you can, because I'm going to ask a question about it. What we know so far is Melody and Liza are the two girls sitting in front, and I believe Eddie is the one holding the mistletoe. So our other character that's sitting with them is Howie, but we don't see him in this picture. Let's continue. As the bus bumped over the gravel drive, Coach Ellison stood up in the front of the bus and grinned at the Bailey School kids. I always looked forward to this nature trip, he said, rubbing his hands together, especially the boat race on Friday against the Sheldon Sharks. I don't know why, Liza mumbled. Bailey School never wins. Melody nodded. All we end up with are mosquito bites. Every year the kids from Bailey Elementary went on a week-long nature trip, and every year the field trip ended with a rowing competition against the kids from nearby Sheldon City. The Bailey boaters had never won a single race. But this time, Coach Ellison says, we're going to have a professional instructor, Howie told her. If Mr. Jenkins doesn't get us first, Melody shivered as she remembered Mr. Jenkins' wolf-like howls. Maybe Mr. Jenkins won't even be there, Liza said. Yeah, maybe he retired to the old werewolf's home, Melody said hopefully. Eddie shook his curly red hair and pointed. Not a chance! Look! As the bus squeaked to its top, the four kids saw a very hairy Mr. Jenkins standing beside a picnic table. He wore no shoes, a brown Camp Lone Wolf t-shirt, and ragged blue jeans. Around his furry neck were silver dog tags. Beside him stood a stocky man with a long black beard and bright pink sunglasses. The stranger's frizzy black hair was tied back in a ponytail with a purple bandana, and a silver earring dangled from his left ear. Oh no, Melody gasped. Now there's two of them. Howie gulped. It's a werewolf convention. Everybody off, Coach Ellison hollered from the front of the bus. Let's get ready for those Sheldon Sharks. Liza followed her friends off the bus. I just hope we don't get eaten first. Okay, that's the end of chapter 1. So, there's a couple questions I want you to think about for Friday. First question I have are who are the characters in the chapter so far? So, I'll let you talk about that with either somebody around you, or if you would like, you can send me an email. Our second question is, where are our characters going? What is the place that they're headed to right now on the bus? And our last question is, what does the word imagine mean? And you might need a little help with that one, but I think you guys have this. So, be ready for another chapter that I will email to you on Friday as we continue to read this book. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye.